Today I am here with the brother drum carder, little brother motorized drum carder, and I'm going to show you a couple of tips on how to card. Right here I have some Lincoln fleece. It's pretty curly. It's already been washed, but there is some vegetable matter in it. Okay, so the first way is a little unusual, so what I'm going to do, lay it on there. Completely bypass the little drum, the liquor drum, and fluff these up with your fingers. If you can, try and get them facing all one direction. Because I'm going to take this, I'm going to puff up, and this one's a little felted actually. You know, my first lock is going to be a little felted. Murphy's Law. In the background you can hear my dog gnawing on a wooden box for some reason. Stitch, why are you gnawing? And what this is doing is this is helping prevent neps and craziness that happens when you do it. And it's pretty full on that side. So this again is the bypassing the liquor drum side. And you can see that the liquor drum did pick up quite a few of those little. So I'm going to try and get it mostly in the same direction. But again, I'm not one of those spinners who really stresses out about making sure it's 100% my biggest thing perfect. Is don't worry about what everybody else says. Like, learn the rules and then experiment. And being ultra careful that you get it all in the same direction isn't super important. Now, if you do want to make sure you get it all in the same direction, the over-the-top method is really handy for that. See how I'm putting down fairly thin layers? If you were going to build an art bat, you would not need these thin layers. In fact, if you were building an art bat and you were looking for texture, don't go for thin layers, or else you're going to get smooth, thin layers. Carded both sides. This is the skip the liquor side, and this is the traditional go through the liquor side. And it's a little hard to tell, but basically this side has more gunk on it, especially obviously right there. And this side has more consistently just the teeth. This is the one. This is the one that we went through and put the locks on over the top of the liquor drum, the little drum. So you can see how there are bits and pieces of texture still. Alright, that's the first pass. This one is the one that we put underneath the bottom through the liquor drum. And you can see that there are some neps in there, but overall, everything's going the same direction. So we're going to take the one that we put over the top first, back in. So we're going to strip it down, lay it in there. And some people will say you want to be able to read a newspaper through it. Don't take that to mean that there can only be like 5 hairs on the whole drum carder. Just make sure that you can see the bottom if you're going for a smooth bat. Draft, but this one you can draft in small sections. Got this other technique, the lay it on top technique. That works especially well for fine fibers. With fine fleeces, they're liable to catch on the combs and break and turn into neps, where these hardier wool fleeces aren't as likely to do that. Alright, this one is the one that went underneath the liquor drum from the start. See some of those neps? You can see how, amazingly, there are a lot less neps and shortcuts in the one that went over the top. We're gonna start with the over the liquor bat, and I'm gonna divide it into 4 sections. I'm gonna kind of tease those sections. And feed them through. Now we have the one that went underneath the liquor drum, and we're gonna do the same thing. You can hear that the little brother motorized drum carder is not super loud. That was something that I thought. Is it gonna be super loud? Is it gonna be like, you know, my own fiber mill in my fiber studio? But it's not. Definitely has a little bit less, and as it's going through the drum, this one looks a lot smoother. This one's still a little bit, this is the one that went underneath, and you can see it's got quite a few neps and funkiness going on. Right, and this is the one that went over the top, and as you can tell, I would say there's a significant difference between the two.